So let's go to a shot that we find, we call it the hero shot, or where we like really much the colors. I like this shot. Let's begin from here. Let's go to shot. So okay, this two is what I use more. This is on the left side is the vector scope. Do you know something about it? Somebody know it. This is it tells you the information, the quantity of the color that was inside the footage. This line here, it's not there because there's a mistake on the display or because it's broken or air. This line here, it's really important. Can you see everybody? Yeah, can you see it? This line here, it's really important for the color grading. It's the tone, the flesh tone. Flesh tone, it's called flesh tone, yes. Skin tone. This is, it tells you, here must be the skin. Here we will see the color of the skin. The color of the skin must be here. The things what we get to care is the white balance, the exposure, and the skin tone now. The skin tone is really important. You don't make it too green, too orange, it's important that it stay in the right place. Everything that you see in the cinema, the skin tone is almost perfect. It's really important. Here in RGB Parade, we can see a little bit how is the white balance. In this case, because of the reason that we make every time the white balance on the thing. In this case, we're also lucky that it's almost perfect. You can see how we can understand that it's almost perfect because they are all three almost the same. Yeah. If we go, for example, here, we understand that there's a little bit more blue. The blue is a little bit more important and more present here. We see that it's going a little bit more up than the others. And this must be corrected. But it's almost perfect. So what I love for plugins for the color correction, I really love Film Converter. It's an amazing plugin. I suggest to all of you to take this plugin if you want to have a good color grading. I use it as a base of my footage. It's a really complete plugin. You have it costs much money. I think that it costs 150 euro, but it's worth every cent. Why I find it so good, this plugin? First of all, because you can put your camera and your picture profile, because every camera has a different kind of colors range, and here they make a fantastic work, these guys, that they recreate LUTs, basic LUTs like Kodak, Fuji, for every kind of picture profile and every kind of camera. So in this case, I have a Sony Alpha 7S, and I'm working in Cine 4. So here I go and I go to Sony Alpha 7S and Cine 4. And here I've got already something where I can work with. I close this part. You can play with the color already here, but I don't care anymore about this thing. I close this window. After what I have, the possibility to choose the exposure. First of all, he make already also he clean. If you shoot two over the 100 area, he will close it with the broadcast saved. He make already this kind of selection. Guys, you don't have so much to think about this because nobody will care it. It's only if you go in the cinema, it could be a problem. But in what we are doing for showing it to the couple or to watch it on Vimeo, it doesn't really matter. But this is you are saved. The first thing what you have here is the exposure. You can choose to care about the exposure.
Will it still keep it safe?
It stays safe.
So even when you put up the exposure, it keeps it?
It stays safe. You see, look, I put it all up, and it stay every time in the 100 and then in the 0.
That's the film where it's assuming that it's limiting.
It's limiting. If I do it with things with, I don't know, I still didn't try it, to tell you the truth. Let's see what happened if I make it with the, it go up. This is with the color of Final Cut. I'm going under 0 and I'm going up. Yeah. So here, this is the first things, is the exposure control, the temperature control. This is, you can make it a little bit warmer, a little bit cooler. Let's go.
Should you expand the exposure before you get noise in the image?
I care about I watch what I see, what I can see. I can't tell you. Sometimes I go really down. If you see the first footage of Merv and Nils, I went really, really dark, and the image is still good. For make a really good product, the first step would be every time to denoise the footage. There's a Neat Video for Premiere and Final Cut. The name is Neat Video. This is a fantastic plugin, another expensive plugin, but it makes a fantastic work of denoising. But normally, it would be a rule to denoise every kind. It doesn't matter if it is 100 ISO, 200 ISO. It would be nice to clean the footage. But it's really for if you want to make really something perfect. But I do it not so much. I do it when the footage is really dark and when you see really much noise. Then I denoise it with Neat Video. A Neat Video, it makes also the footage with. You can grade it a little bit better. You can play a little bit more with the color. We have the temperature, and here we have a selection of film stock. These are all lots of film stock. What I use as base is Fuji Povia 100. It makes the image a little bit warmer. This is what I use. Here we have different kind of grain. From the 8mm that is really noisy till the 35mm full frame that is the most clean one that you don't see it so much. If I put the 8mm, it becomes something like this, and it's a little bit too much. I like the 35, really clean, and sometimes I don't put it at 100%. I go a little bit down. Film color, it's the quantity, the how much of this film color you want to have in this footage. Normally I hold at 100%. Sometimes I'm going down, but the 100%, it's okay. The picture is already beautiful. If you see it, the picture is already beautiful. The curve here at 100%, you have a good contrast. If you find that the image is a little bit too dark and you lost too much detail in the dark part, something like this, then you go a little bit down and it comes out all the details what you have in the footage. Many times I'm going a little bit down. You can control the saturation. I don't touch it often. Sometimes I go slightly a little bit down. You can export LUTs. You can export it to use it in other program after. If you are maybe working in DaVinci or in other program, you can export it and work with the LUTs that you create here. After, if you change everything here, you create a small LUT. This is the first step what I do. And guys, this is a fantastic plugin. This is, if you still didn't use it, it will change your way to color grade because it makes already a fantastic footage. I feel that as base, I would like to have something a little bit more, and for this reason, I add another things. That is my LUTs, my color grading. I put a little bit more character on my footage. So I use Color Finale. Color Finale is another plugin. Here again, on the things you have the 25% of sale of Color Finale Pro. This is it's almost a DaVinci Resolve. DaVinci Resolve is the fantastic program for color grading. You have it in Final Cut. Guys that are working in Premiere, you don't have to be afraid because you have Lumetri that is also really good plugin. Okay? Color Finale, it's amazing for controlling your LUTs. I have 1,000 million of LUTs. We are doing every time LUTs. I have a program to create LUTs. I have program to export LUTs from, which is this one, Look Converter. This export LUTs from other program like Lightroom or I don't know, Photoshop. You can export LUTs. Then I use LUT Creator, 3D LUT Creator. This is where we do most of our LUTs. This is a really professional, it costs almost €300. I don't know if you need it, this really, but you can play really much with the color and create really good LUTs. But I don't know if you need it. If I am at beginning and at the beginning, I'm doing the same things, guys. It isn't that I work like this. I use a film converter first, and then I add with Color Finale. I use one of our LUTs. I have thousands of LUTs. Let's take one of what we are going to do, and we will put a little bit of. With this, you can play with curves. You can play with vectors. For example, if your skin tone is a little bit out, is not in the right place. Now the skin tone is okay. But if you see, I can play with it. With only the red channel, I can change it. But for me, already this kind, it's still a little bit too dark, but I really like it. And I find it a little bit too contrasty. And a little bit more light. And this is what we've done. Do you see a little bit? Huh? Can you see it? Or is it too small? Huh? Do you see it or not?
Yeah.
Okay. So, this is what we've done. Okay, now I take it, Command copy, and I put it, for example, here, completely. Alt, Command, V, I put everything what we've done there. Now it's too light, we see it's too light. Let's go down with the exposure. Let's try here, Command. I can't make Alt, comma, V, it copy everything, every aspect of the clip to the other one. If I press Shift, Command, V, I can select what to copy. In this case, I want only the color correction and let everything else out. Okay. Also this is a little bit too light. Let's bring it down. Let's see what happened to this. Here we try to make, for sure it's a little bit too light. Yeah, this is absolutely too light. And I would try to stay in this part and make it the rest a little bit darker with making a small vignette. Oh, pardon. So I correct outside, not inside. Exposure, the light I put down, mid-tone. And this is too much. Okay. Let's put here. Down. This looks really bluish. Let's see what happened. Put a little bit warmer to fit with the others. This footage, I find that it needs to have a little bit of the noise, but it's okay now. Okay, let's see how it looks till now. It's the same, so copy and paste. Okay, let's see. Wait 1 second, the rendering. It's okay till now. Something not good, chaos, easy, boring. You can't say yes, boring. Okay, let's look.
Just being silly and don't taking ourselves too seriously, just fooling around a little bit. With no one else but you, I can travel the whole world without arguing a single time. We're just having fun with the nature and enjoying our holidays. You touch my heart and soul by your loving look into my eyes, just like right now. You take away all my worries by taking me close into your arms.
Feel this moment and be aware that you are taking another big step on your shared path today. Your love gives you this lovely and magical sparkle in your eyes and is the reason for your inner radiance.
Und?
Her skin tones for her vows, she looks really pale.
Mm?
But her skin tone looks very pale for her vows in the church. And then when we showed the window shot, her skin tone is a little bit warmer. See?
Yeah.
That one's warmer than the face on shot. When she's face on, it's a lot colder. Not so much there. It's even when the camera's on her. It's further back.
This one.
Yes, that one there. She's really pale there.
Can I ask a quick question in relation to the LUT? You know, they're doing on each clip and then individually adjusting exposure and temperature. If you had the LUT on an adjustment layer across the top,
Mm.
then adjusted each clip's exposure, if you needed to make a change to the actual LUT,
Mm.
you could do it in one click as opposed to having to do every clip then at the end. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand it. I understand. You mean you have all the project and you put lots to every one of them.
The initial one and then the clip. Is there a reason? I'm just wondering if that's just your way.
But not really reason. It's only that I'm working like this.
Yeah.
It's only I find that it could be also good to put the rules. It would be to make first all the color correction of the video and after the color grading. Color correction, it means to correct every one of the footage that is correct with the white balance and the exposure, that they are perfect, that there's continuity from the beginning till the end. But this I don't do it.
No, and I don't even mean that. I still, like, if every clip would be adjusted separately, but if you're, I'm just thinking if you need to change the look of the whole film at the end, you have to go to every clip.
Yes.
But if you had that on an adjustment layer.
You're right. You're right. This is it's only that till now I never had to change it. But you are absolutely right. If you want to play with the colors, for example, now I'm thinking that I would like to recolor some of my old films that they were all pastelish colors. Now I would like to have a little bit more darker mood or something like this. I have to take every clip and recolor it. If I had done like you said, I could make it with really not so much steps. You are absolutely right. But till now I didn't.
Okay,
cool. So here there's another BAM. I wanted to put the shot where they are with the smoke.
Quick question while you're doing that. You know when you used to have the Mark III and the A7S, If you were using two different cameras, say a C100 or a Canon with, do you use the Canon profile from Film Convert for that camera? And
Yeah.
the Sony, each
Yes,
individual
exactly.
camera
Every
gets
camera has his own picture profile,
the base.
and it fits.
Yeah.
It's you see it.
Yeah.
For this reason, I love it because I started to make like this when I had my one of my assistants that he has a Nikon. I had a Canon, and I began to shoot with Nikon. I had 3 different cameras with the GoPro. Oh my God. It was really a drama to fit the color. Then I found this film converter that it put me a really base of, and I can play with it. And after I learned, okay, let's make the white balance perfect, this one, the color checker, now you can make with the color checker. I'm thinking if I have a footage with the color checker. No, I don't have footage here with a color check. Maybe yesterday from the workshop, the guys had done a shot with the color checker. I don't have it here. But the color checker, with the color checker, you can have in every camera the same base of color, because you will be using Color Finale Pro, the Pro version. Wait 1 second, I wanted to only add the first this shot of the smoke, but I find it cool. This one. Boom. It's fast. Smoke here. I wanted only to add this part to fill this last beat. Let's try the normal speed. And
It's the reason for your inner radiance.
okay. So I put a marker where I wanted to have this. Let's see.
Your love gives you this lovely and magical sparkle in your eyes, and it's the reason for your inner radiance.
Other. Feel the things, feel the sound, feel the music. Workspace. What we were saying. Yes, yes, the passport. Here it is. If we open Color Finale, how it is Color Finale. We have this section. This is the color wheels. It's a little bit the same what we had in the other plugin, but here there are some really cool features. That one is the white balance. So if I put here and I go here, I check, you make the white balance. You can check the white balance. You see that it's changed already alone. Amazing, there's the slider. If I go here, I can see the channel of the blue, the green and the red on the highlights. And with watching this, guys, you can see, or it's too small.
Yeah. More blue than
Huh?
you can see. Yeah.
You can see. Here, for example, I see that on the highlights, the blue is going a little bit too much up without becoming crazy and look for. Here you can choose only the blue channel and pull it a little bit down, that it fits all together. And I find a really fantastic feature of this one. Then we have the vector scope, but every channel I can change the hood, the saturation, the luminosity. For example, if I want the skin, only the skin a little bit more brighten. So I go on the red and the yellow, and I put a little bit of luminosity, or a little bit more darker, or the saturation, to put a little bit away the saturation. And I can change, as I said before, the hood should change if I'm out of the color.
Is there an equivalent of that for Premiere?
Lumetri.
Yeah.
Lumetri is almost the same. Lumetri is almost the same.
I think you can do the luminance.
Ah, okay. Are you sure?
I don't really know, but I haven't seen it yet.
Okay. But Lumetri is really, really, really good and really accurate. I love to, sometimes I finish my video with Lumetri, but I don't tell you this. Here we have the curves. You can add the contrast in every channel, the red, the green, and the blue, and here with all the colors. To work with this, here we have the blacks, here we have the whites, and if I go, for example, so here we have the lights, and here we have the blacks. And if we want to add a little bit of contrast, this image is already has already good contrast. You add points, and you put a little bit of S curve to add a little bit of contrast. But this image, it was already good enough. And you can play with every channel. If you think that the skin tone is a little bit too red, you go here where there's the skin tone, this part, and you put it a little bit down, to put away a little bit, or to put away, or to put it inside a little bit of contrast in the red channel. And then there's the last part, that there's the possibility also to see a gallery, to see all your LUTs and apply and to select which one you would like to choose. But it's almost the same like Lumetri, yeah?
Okay.
And how will I do that with the different camera types, what you mentioned before with the color checker? So I have Sony and Canon and
With that, the color checker, you saw it yesterday. Here he has it. If you make you make first the white balance with the camera. You make the white balance with the camera with the page of the white page. That is that one.
But I can do it. Can't do it in the 5D Mark III, right?
Yes, you can.
I can.
Yes, sure. The 5D Mark III. There's a symbol. It is. You have first to make a pictures of a white source, in this case about
Then you have to choose the image.
that things, and then there's a symbol that I think that it looks something like this on the I don't know, something like this it looks.
Custom white.
Yeah, and it's the custom white balance. You click on it, he asks you to select the picture, in this case that one, you press OK, and you have the white balance with that things.
Okay.
And the oil? After that, you've done the white balance. You turn the color check, and you have this this color things, and there are 3 types of white, there are 3 types of blacks, there are all the gray, the skin tone, and the color. You see, there are 4 lines. In these 4 lines, we have these informations. You bring on Color Finale, and I think that you can make it also in Premiere, but I don't know how. You bring your this first footage, what you've done on the program. You open Color Finale. You go here, and there's right display chart grid. You click here, and you will have here the square with the color checker. Here you will have your color checker that you've done the video before. And you click from the yellow to the green to the other one, and you select all your color checker like this, and you press match. And it will look all the information that there's there, and he calibrate your image in base of that information. There's the right green, the right yellow, the right red, and you have really a basic color correction for every kind of your camera, and they looks all the same. You can use the GoPro, you can use the GoPro, but you got to put the white balance manual, not automatic, because it's not to change every time the white balance. For the Sony, the Canon, you can make it to all of your cameras. I have you another tip, an amazing tip, to make your life a little bit easier to match the colors. So this is a way. I found recently an amazing plugin that the name is Hawaiki Automatch. Hawaiki Automatch. I didn't wrote it there. You can write it. I don't know if there's something like this for Premiere. For sure there is. This is so cool. You can really match really easily some footage. Let's see if I've got an example. Let's see. I want to fit this one with this one. I've already fit really good. I try to change it a little bit. I change the temperature maybe like this, huh? Let's see, maybe now it doesn't work because I've done something like this, but let's try. I find it really recently, it isn't so long, I think 2 or 3 months, and I find it cool. In this moment, I have the white balance that is completely out, and it works also for colors, not only for the white balance, for all the colors. I want to match it with this shot. And what I've got to do is to go here, reference. I select the reference, that is this white. Okay. And I want to match it here. And enable. It matches. And I change the white balance, so the image is already really dirty. It's really dirty. When you have a clean image, it works better. But look,
Cool, yeah.
And you can make a second if you think that I'm not so happy. Then you can add a second match to be a little bit more accurate. And I take his skin tone, for example. Reference is take his skin tone here. And here. And it would help you to have two sources to match the color. Okay, guys, how is going?
Brilliant.
Yeah? Okay, so we put away this one. And here we go back to this one. Another thing that I could add here, it's a little bit of dust. What do you think? It looks like a dust that comes a little bit through the camera. Let's see if we find it. I have it here, all the... I use M dust from Motion VFX. You can use it in Premiere, like in Final Cut. There are,
Just over there, right?
yes, there are all videos. They have thousands of things. They have bouquets. They have dust, rays, sunlight, rise like this. Water. This is what I use for the Scotland video. Let's see some small dust, really small, like this. What happened here? Wait. Okay. Let's see this one. He asked me if you want to copy this video on another library because it's in another library. I said okay. Then we have it here. With pressing N, I can match easily the end of one clip to the other. So yeah. I put it away now. It's really small, guys. So, for the reason that we are going inside, I will create a small zooming on this, like I've done in the video of Toscana. So first of all, I make it big like the project. Then I press the keyframe. Then I go to the end, and I press and I zoom it a little bit. Let's see, maybe it's too much. And then the opacity, I change it from normal to add or screen. I put add. As I see, let's see. Probably I've got to change also the color of the dust, but for the moment let's let it like this.
Into your eyes.
Feel this moment and be open.
It's nice, or? It looks not bad. I would make it a little bit not so 100% of opacity. I would take it at the 50% that I see it only a little bit. Because the image, what I shoot there, it isn't so sharp. So it would be stupid to have the dust that is sharper than the image. So let's hold it light. Guys, how is going? Too much, or? No, it's okay. It's okay. Huh? I'm okay. I could go on for 2 days speaking like, but I'm afraid that it's really boring. Let's look again this part that there are some things.
Taking ourselves too seriously, just fooling around a little bit. With no one else
Oh, wait.
but you.
Wait. This shot, let's put a little bit of something else. For example, a lens flare or something like this. Something.
So is that like a packet of effects that you bought? Or
Hmm?
is that like a bundle of effects that you bought?
No, from them you can't buy a bundle. You don't have a bundle from them. They are all
Separate.
separate. You have packet of
Each one
leaks,
is
dust, ray.
But then more than one type of dust inside.
Yes, there are 40 or 50 every time. No, I don't know this. No, it's ugly. You got to be careful to don't make the things cheap. It must looks every time. I don't know. I want to try. First of all, I get to put away a little bit of color because this blue, it match nothing. So I go to the saturation and I desaturate it. And I want to rotate it. This is a 4K, there are 4K footage. So I hope this one too. Okay, and I add a little bit of dust. This one.
Yes.
Bam! Something small. I know maybe it's too much for this one, but I try. Yeah.
Fooling around a little bit. With no one else but you, I can travel the whole world without arguing a single time and just having fun with the nature.
Yeah, it isn't fantastic, but I don't find also not so bad.
We just go out and eat our favorite food like burgers or spare ribs. We have the most fun if we are just being silly and don't taking ourselves too seriously, just fooling around a little bit. With no one else but you, I can travel the whole world without arguing a single time and just having fun with the nature and enjoying our holidays. You touch my heart and soul by your loving look into my eyes, just like right now. You take away all my worries by taking me close into your arms.
Feel this moment and be aware that you are taking another big step on your shared path today. Your love gives you this lovely and magical sparkle in your eyes and is the reason for your inner radiance.
And some questions, some.
Do you change anything on the sound?
Yes. I change for sure something on the sound. For example, the sound it's really good. I could let it like this, but for me it's a little bit too.
How much is
Huh?
it?
Understand? It's a little bit too deep. So we have here audio. We have the possibility to play a little bit with this.
Holiday, the first time alone, and I noticed how much I just missed you then when I left you back home. On a perfect day, you and I would just go out and eat our favorite food like burgers or spare ribs. We have the most fun if we are just being silly and
I try to put away a little bit the bass because it's but I don't make so much. I play only a little bit to try to fit the sound of the voice with that it sounds good. I don't make so much.
We have the most fun if we are just being silly and don't taking ourselves too seriously, just fooling around a little bit. With no one else but you, I can travel the whole world without arguing a single time and just having fun with the nature and enjoying our holidays. You touch my heart and soul by your loving look into my eyes, just like right now. You take away all my worries by taking me close into your arms.
Feel this moment and be aware that you are taking another big step on your shared path today. Your love gives you this lovely and magical sparkle in your eyes and is the reason for your inner radiance.
Okay. I could go on, but it's like this. The film, the building of the film. I would make everything like I've done with things. There are 3 parts here that I've got to build, and with this one, the beginning with starting with Valerie. Let's try to color the Valerie. Because of the light, look here, it's a little bit reddish. But look, this is what makes the Dedolite. It's interesting, or it's look what's beautiful is this picture. If you don't have the Dedolite, you don't have this kind of picture. You would have this one.
Only with a dead light or any light in particular that's like a spot?
Yeah, I say sorry if I say the Dedolite. You can. It's because I'm fixed with this light, but for sure also with the torch you can have. Yes. Let's see the other shot. Where is now the project? Ah, here. Ceremony, evening. Oh, that's first dance. Let's take a shot of the first dance. Look here. I want you to see how it looks with the color. Molto bello, guarda che bello. I have a shot of Valerie without the light. Anthony. I will find it. I think.
Before the speech started, you took a shot.
Yeah, that's Valerie from the other side. There's the reaction. I've done a shot of she. And this is another one. This one. The first dance. Ah, here it is. This is how it looks. This is against this. She's always beautiful, but but this one, this picture, I find much more interesting than this one. Or no, this is the Dedolite plus the torch, but the torch didn't done so much here. Yeah. Okay. Okay.